Good evening. My name is Elliot Cyrus, and today I'm going over some things I feel like are benefits um, of video games. For starters, we all know that video games do get bad raps. You do have some video games that don't really serve a lot of purpose, but then on the flip side, I feel like there are a lot of video games out here that actually provide substance, provide learning tools, even if it's hidden within the video game itself. There are some values to what they actually offer, and they are considered valuable. Um, so that's for starters. Secondly, I'm gonna go over the benefits with you of video games, and I want to get you to understand that next time you're buying a video game, or next time you're playing a video game, if a kid is playing a video game, it may need to be encouraged, just because of the fact um, it's not just a thing for wasting time anymore. They can be used as tools, and I give you a few things that I feel like that makes them benefits. For starters, they can teach problem solving. I've played a lot of different games where there are puzzles within the game. For you to pass on to the next level, you have to solve a riddle. You have to solve a puzzle. This is an example of using your mind and critical thinking skills. You have to think outside of the box. So this encourages this, and I think this is a very good thing. Um, Next, you have educational fundamentals. You have things like leapfrog. You have games that have addition, subtraction, multiplication. You have things that help students along the way to gain momentum as far as educational wise. Um, there are games that help them to build their educational tools and move along further within school. And I've seen the results of this, and it actually does work, and it helps kids to do better while they're having fun. Can't complain with that. Next, we have it can help build social skills. You have a tournament playing a game. You get a bunch of kids together. That builds social skills. It gets them together. It gets them working together. Builds team skills. So you have a lot of different ways playing online. You meet people and you can build lasting relationships. Excuse me. You build lasting relationships with video games. So that's another reason. I would say it helps self-expression. It helps self-expression because there are a lot of customization things that go on with these video games. You can customize the characters, you can customize cars, you can customize different tools you're using. There are a lot of different things you can do to shout who you really are and to express yourself, and I think it's a beautiful thing. Um, I'm sorry, just okay. I'm sorry, glancing at my notes. That it inspires me at times, and possibly even kids, to want to know more. For instance, if the video game touches on anything dealing with history, that might become interesting to the kid. I know I'm a Google fanatic. Anything that I see on a movie, or if I'm curious to know if it's true, I'll Google it. So, with that being said, the hunger for knowledge is always there. If the right tools are used and the right things are put in front of them, it will make them want to know more. And I say this saying that because I actually do that. So, it trickles down. It gives you a piece of knowledge. Like, for instance, if you're playing with Abraham Lincoln and they flash back on the video game to say, okay, well, Abraham Lincoln abolished slavery. Let's say the kids are in their class that day and they're talking about that. That helps him to say, okay, he or she say, oh my God, I played a video game and I saw that. And it helps them kind of to identify with it better. Next, we have exercise. As you all know, you have the Wii that's out here, along with the Kinect and the PS systems. think it's called Move now. Uh, you have these systems out here now that actually promote exercise. You have to get up and move to play the game. You can't. It doesn't have a traditional joystick. It has a joystick that senses movement, and it puts the kid or the person in the game. This is perfect because they one of the things about America is we have obesity is running rampant. This is something that'll get people off of the couch into the game and actually exercising. It's something fun to do. I love to do it. There are dance games, there are sports games. You have all kinds of games. There's no reason or no purpose at all for you not to actually enjoy this because it's something for everybody. Um, it's it can build family time. Video games can help build family time. You know how some parents, and I've seen some of my younger nieces and nephews. I'm not a parent as of yet, but I can identify with people because I've seen the younger kids' homework. You know, my girlfriend is a damn teacher, and she teaches fifth grade. I see some of the work that she passes out to them, and I can just say that if it came home to me to have to help do, I, I would be kind of confused at first. It would take me a few minutes to get it together. Now, with video games, I'm a little more in tune with that. So I feel like when kids are coming home and they want to play, the family can get a game they play together and they build time on. And I'm trying to connect the two things, saying that homework is important. Yes, very, very true. And you want to try to do homework with your child to help build that family time, to help build things. But video games may be something that you can help them with the homework while also building that family bond. You know what I'm saying? So it's all in hand on how you set it up. No, every video game is not designed to teach or is not designed to have a positive meaning, but you control that. You control what you bring into your house. You have to do your research and find out what game will suit the child and the situation, because each situation is unique and is different. Okay. Video games can build the competitive spirit. There is a competitive spirit that needs to be embraced because the world is a competitive sport itself. It's a dog eat dog world. You have to be able to compete in this world. Not even on a sports level, but in society, period. Nothing will be given to you as a person. You have to work for everything. And it needs to be taught because it's a very hard lesson to learn the hard way. Harsh lesson, very harsh. So playing video games builds that competitive spirit. It makes the person understand that yeah, the whole goal is for me to win. And that's the goal of life, to get to the point that you want to be. You got to get to the place you want to be. And you have to fight sometimes to get there. And it's all worth it. The goal is all worth it in the end. Um, and I'm going to say another benefit to this video game thing is stress reliever. I know sometimes I come in from work and I'm frustrated, or if I'm having a bad day, yeah, I cut the game on and I just play whatever, you know, a sports game. I play an army game. I play something that will help me just relieve stress. It keeps me from just, snapping out on people. It keeps me. It helps me relieve my stress and frustrations in a very, very nonviolent way. Hurts no one, and it promotes self um, just self preservation. It preserves me and being in my cool zone. I love to be in my cool zone. So I don't know. Saying that to say there are a lot of benefits to video games. Um, I know they get a bad rap, as I said in the beginning, but I think the bad rap comes from the same thing as everything else. That there are bad movies out here. There's bad genres of music out here. There are bad artists that make the music. But you can't categorize everything and put it into one box because of a few bad apples. Um, And just because you don't like those apples, don't make them bad. You have to get to know the app, the things you're trying to judge and put in these boxes yourself. You don't have to take my word, but you can't take someone else's word for saying, hey, it's bad, don't do it. True, I see it on the news just like you do, and I'm gonna have to agree with a lot of it. But the fact that I'm sitting here saying that it's not all bad, I think you should really explore your options with it. Um, Now, some of the questions that I have seen asked about, well, how do you control, or how do you know what type of game you're getting? And this is where research actually comes into play. You have to, as a parent, or as a person that wants to learn more, you have to know what you're looking at. The same way that you go into a theater and you know the rating of a movie, they have ratings for video games too. You have to look at it. They have mature video games. They have the age number recommended for the video game, and they give you a brief summary of the game on the game. So it's giving you like a trailer of the game. Plus, it gives you the rating, so you know what you're walking into. You know what you're taking home. Um, Let me see. I think I've answered a lot of the questions just with the benefits I've listed. And I hope if anything else is asked, I would love to reach out and respond to those questions. As I stated, to recap, it builds social skills. It helps kids to build that competitive spirit. It helps them to possibly build family time. It helps them to relieve stress, explore their imaginations, self expressions. It helps them to exercise and potentially give them the hunger to want to know more. So, with that being said, my name is Elliot Cyrus, and I hope today, I think I'm coming down with a cold. I hope today that I have persuaded you at least to come to this side of the fence to look at video games in a not so negative light. We know what they talk about in the news, but now it's time for another side. Take a chance and actually explore that before you shut it all the way down. And with that being said, my name is Elliot Cyrus, and I'm signing off. The benefits of video games. Thank you.